Ladies and gentlemen, today is the day we claim our power, take control, and unlock the incredible potential that lies dormant within each of us. Every single one of us is born with the ability to shape our lives into something extraordinary. But the secret lies in mastering one thing: our minds. Our meditation shows us that mindfulness practice helps us become aware of our thoughts, feelings, and actions. And this is where the true growth and healing and greatest success lies. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the truth. Life doesn't happen to us, it happens for us. Challenges, setbacks, and even failures aren't here to stop us. They're here to strengthen us. They're the weights that build the muscle of our mind. And if you can control that mind, if you can harness its infinite power, you can design a life you love. I want you to think about this. Your mind is a garden. What you plant there will grow. If you plant doubt, fear, or negativity, guess what? That's exactly what you'll harvest. But if you plant courage, discipline, and belief in yourself, your garden will flourish, and you'll create a life that reflects your highest potential. Now, let me ask you a question. How often have you let your emotions, fears, or excuses take the wheel? How many times have you let an external situation dictate your internal state? That ends now. Because the truth is, the moment you take responsibility for your mind, you reclaim your power. You step into the driver's seat of your life, and there's no limit to where you can go. Success, joy, fulfillment, they're not reserved for the lucky few. They're available to everyone who's willing to do the work to master their inner world. The way you think determines the way you feel, and the way you feel determines the way you act. Change your thoughts, and you'll change your entire reality. So here's my challenge to you today. Stop waiting for the perfect time, the perfect situation, or the perfect conditions to make a change. The power is in you right now. Take charge of your mind, and you'll take charge of your destiny. This is your life. Make it extraordinary. Keynotes. Life is shaped by the thoughts you consistently hold in your mind. Challenges are opportunities to strengthen mental discipline and resilience. Taking control of your mind allows you to take control of your life. Your internal state determines your external reality. Shift your thoughts to shift your outcomes. The power to create an extraordinary life is within you, waiting for you to claim it. Keynote 1, your mind is the ultimate tool, and controlling it shapes your reality. Your mind is not just a tool. It is the tool that defines how you experience the world. Every perception, every reaction, and every decision stems from the way you think. Imagine your mind as the captain of a ship. The seas may be stormy or calm, but it's the captain who determines the course. If you don't take control of your mind, external forces, circumstances, other people's opinions, and random events will dictate your direction. At the moment you decide to take the helm, you begin to craft your own journey. Controlling your mind starts with awareness. Most people operate on autopilot, letting unconscious habits and thoughts guide their actions. The mind is like fertile soil. Whatever you plant will grow. If you sow seeds of doubt, fear, and negativity, you'll harvest limitations. But if you plant seeds of confidence, optimism, and determination, your potential becomes limitless. Take an example from neuroscience. The concept of neuroplasticity shows that your brain is malleable. The thoughts you focus on create neural pathways, strengthening behaviors and perspectives over time. This means you can literally rewire your brain by choosing empowering thoughts. By taking conscious control of your focus, you can shift from a reactive life to a proactive one. Keynote 2, your thoughts create emotions, emotions drive actions, actions define your destiny. Your thoughts are the architects of your reality. Think about it. Every action you've ever taken started as a thought. But thoughts don't operate in isolation, they trigger emotions. And those emotions fuel your behavior. For instance, if you're constantly thinking about failure, you'll feel anxious, and then anxiety will prevent you from taking risks. On the other hand, thoughts of success inspire confidence, which leads to bold, decisive actions. Let's break this down further. Emotions are energy in motion. When you experience a powerful emotion, it becomes a driving force. Positive emotions like joy, passion, and gratitude propel you forward, while negative emotions like fear and anger can hold you back if left unchecked. The good news is that you have the ability to influence your emotions by managing your thoughts. And you do it through the process of recognizing your emotions and finding your thoughts. For example, consider the power of reframing. Suppose you're facing a challenge. Instead of thinking, I can't do this, you reframe it to, this is an opportunity to grow. That subtle shift in thought changes your emotional state from fear to curiosity or even excitement. And when your emotions shift, your actions follow suit. This chain reaction ultimately shapes your destiny because repeated actions become habits, and habits define your life. Keynote 3, rewriting limiting stories and beliefs unlocks your potential. We all have stories we tell ourselves about who we are, what we can do, and what's possible. These stories are often formed in childhood or through past experiences, and they act as the lens through which we view the world. If you've ever thought, I'm not smart enough, or I'm not good at relationships, that's a limiting belief holding you back. Here's the truth. Your beliefs are not facts. They're just thoughts you've repeated so often that they feel true, but just as they were created, they can be rewritten. Start by identifying these limiting stories. What do you tell yourself when you face adversity? What assumptions do you make about your abilities or worth? Once you've identified them, challenge them. Ask yourself, is this belief serving me? Where did it come from? What evidence do I have that contradicts it? The next step is to replace these limiting beliefs with empowering ones. For example, instead of saying, I'm not good at public speaking, you could say, I'm improving every time I practice. The more you reinforce these empowering beliefs, the more they will shape your actions and outcomes. Over time, this shift in mindset unlocks potential you didn't even know you had. A keynote 4, fear can be transformed from a barrier into a motivator. Fear is one of the most common obstacles to controlling your mind. But here's the thing. Fear isn't inherently bad. It's a signal. It's your mind's way of saying, pay attention. The problem arises when you let fear paralyze you instead of propel you. To transform fear, you must first understand it. Fear often stems from uncertainty or the unknown, but what if you reframed fear as excitement in disguise? For example, the same physiological responses, racing heart, sweaty palms, heightened awareness, occur when you're scared and when you're excited. By consciously choosing to interpret these sensations as excitement, you shift your mental state from avoidance to engagement. Another way to leverage fear is by using it as fuel. Let's say you're afraid of failing at a new venture. Instead of letting that fear stop you, use it to prepare more thoroughly or to push yourself harder. Ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? And how will I grow even if that happens? Often, facing your fears head-on reveals that they were never as powerful as they seemed. Remember, fear is energy. When you harness that energy and channel it into action, it becomes a powerful motivator rather than a barrier. Keynote 5, discipline and intentionality over your mind lead to unstoppable growth. Controlling your mind isn't a one-time decision, it's a daily practice. Discipline and intentionality are the keys to maintaining that control. Just as an athlete trained their body, you must train your mind. This means being deliberate about what you focus on, what you feed your mind, and how you react to challenges. One effective practice is mindfulness. By staying present and observing your thoughts without judgment, you create a space between stimulus and response. This space allows you to choose your reaction instead of being ruled by automatic habits. Over time, this intentionality strengthens your ability to steer your mind in the direction you want. Another critical aspect of discipline is consistency. Whether it's practicing gratitude, visualizing your goals, or affirming positive beliefs, consistency compounds over time. It's like building a muscle. The more you work at it, the stronger it becomes. And lastly, intentionality means aligning your thoughts and actions with your higher purpose. When you have a clear vision of what you want to achieve and why, it becomes easier to direct your mental energy. You're no longer distracted by trivial worries or fleeting emotions because your focus is anchored on something greater. When you combine discipline and intentionality, you unlock a level of growth that feels unstoppable. Challenges become stepping stones and setbacks become lessons. You're no longer a victim of circumstances, you're the creator of your reality.